Welcome to the start of my Let's Play for Age of Castles Warlords. And honestly, this game's not going to be very long once I get started, showing you ropes on how to basically just crush it very, very quickly. For a resource management game, it's just not very well balanced, so it's easy to basically beat the game in basically a matter of days once you got enough gold coins, to set yourself up, which is just kind of sad. I mean, I get what they were going for, though if it was meant to be a massive time sink or a freemium game, I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not sure I really want to know. Because if it was meant to be a freemium game, that's just going to get me really mad, and if it was meant to be, a massive time sink, that would also be annoying because the game, just wouldn't be very deep or in depth, because basically you have battles that just pop up, just like, oh, auto attack, and will either randomly hit or you'll randomly miss. You don't really have any control over combat, so it's not exactly enjoyable to engage in. But, if a battle happens, I'll explain it, because I can basically beat this game out in about 4 days or so, as far as the game's concerned, so, we may not even get attacked, by the time I get done with this, campaign. But yeah, there's 4 classes of people in this game. You got your peasants, which gather resources, your builders, which increase your castle size, or as far as the game should be concerned, your storage space, because you can only have as many resources as you have, space for it. Your soldiers, obviously control your attack, defense, and how much you can dish out and take in order to, protect your stuff. And monks can recruit people to your cause, help you grow your population. But, with the way we can cheese it, we don't even need builders. We'll just put everyone else in the monks and peasants to keep up our resources so we don't run out. There is a map, but, you have to get to certain levels, to move to the various places. And I don't know if there's really any tactical advantages to moving to any of these other places. I guess there are, but they're so minor that it's just too easy to get by without them. You also can spend your gold, which... yeah, you get massive gold, and you get to keep whatever you have left over when you beat a campaign, so if you know how to cheese it like I do, you can pump out, like thousands of gold coins that are left over. You can just cycle over into your next campaign and endless loops. You can store massive amounts of cash, but the way the game I think is meant to be played is, well, since battles only give you basically a set amount of gold and resources, you basically have to buy every single upgrade as they become available if you want to keep up with the enemies, because they get them by default, basically. So now you're like, well, if I'm level 1, I can buy this, sword upgrade or this helmet, and level 3 you can buy archers, and so on and so forth. Basically, you have to buy these as they become available as you're slowly slogging your way to the top. It's a very tedious process that would basically take longer and longer amounts of time, because like I said, gold doesn't scale to the strength of your enemies. It's the same amount regardless of how powerful they are. It's going to be determined on what kind of enemy attacked you. So if you got attacked by a really high-level enemy, I suppose it would drop more. But the low-level ones that pop up rather frequently, like, oh, if it dropped 5 gold coins at level 1, it's still going to drop 5 gold coins at level 100. Which means, it's just pointless to engage with them after a while, because the risk for rewards there just isn't high enough to justify your time on it. You also can buy upgrades for your castle, though some of them, are kind of crazy. Oh wait, oh yeah, these are capitals. Yeah, I was thinking of the town upgrades. But yeah, eventually the upgrades, if you want to buy them as they become available, they'll be expensive and really time consuming, because if you have to win 100 battles to get this many coins, you're probably going to be bleeding a lot of people in order to get there. You also have town upgrades. You can buy this to get, 1 extra gold coin every day, which I guess would help with farming. But the fact that, you're never going to have that kind of coinage to start a campaign with unless, you're abusing the system, is really annoying. I suppose if you did it legitimately, you would also have that kind of coinage laying around probably, but you're almost never going to want to buy this because it's just not worth it if you can cheese it, Now, the real way you cheese this game is using your top-ups. By using your top-ups, you can, buy people, and since we have it set up to where we're going to keep resources high, and we're going to massively increase in population, we basically can just, quickly push our way up to the max level, because we don't have to actually beat anyone in this game. We just have to hit a population level of 1.5 million. So to start with, we're going to, take advantage of the massive coin purse I built, but, if you don't have that, you'll just buy, potions of polymorph when you have the money on hand. And if you get challenged to battle, just run away. Eventually, you'll be able to get to the level you want to get to, but First things first, we want to push up to like level 7 so we can buy the next level of potion. I don't think you necessarily need as many people as I have, because you see I just hit level 8, but you know, I'd rather be on the safe side. Then you can get this one, which, you know, requires a level 7 civilization to start buying. So you want to buy until you hit like 6,000 some people, which will push you up high enough to be able to get the next potion. And you're going to want to make sure you don't hit your level cap here, because you only get the coins and stuff for a level up at the end of the day. So if you hit max level, they assume you're going to it from, you know, level 100 or whatever, not, you know, jumping from level 18 to level 101, and you'll miss out on your prizes. So you want to stop just short. So I usually like to stop at like that many. It may be worthwhile to take a few monks out, to be honest, just to be on the safe side. Just to make sure, you know, we don't hit the 1.5 million. And if this happens, you know, just retreat. Sure, you'll take a lot of losses, but, you know, if you got enough monks, you'll make it up anyway, and it just doesn't matter. Because you can then be like, oh, I'm going to buy another one, and bam, next time we level up, game's over. So yeah, that's basically how you cheese this game into submission. It just doesn't require any real skill once you know how to abuse the system. Like, don't engage in battles, they're too costly and expensive. Just run away, have enough monks to make up for it, and defeat your enemies like you're the Krogan. Just keep filling numbers until your opponents just have to surrender to your superior number of troops. Because, like, well, we can keep killing them, you know, like 10 to 1, but does it really matter when they can replace those 10 with another 20 or 30? Yeah, that's basically how this game works. Have fun pretending you're the Krogan for a little bit, and then you're like, you know what, this isn't challenging enough, I need to find something better to play. And there's definitely much better options, you know, if you're looking for a simple resource management game anyway, right? Till next time, then. See ya.